A small speck of white paint. No big deal, right? But for weeks I was going crazy before I knew that a tiny dot of white paint, so small that I could not even see it, was the cause of my problems. I was getting consistent errors in my wafer processing. My project was delayed. The pressure was on, and my customer wanted answers. We decided that an inline metrology step was needed to determine whether the wafer was within specifications. But that created a new problem. I had to wait for days, sometimes weeks, for the test results to come back from the lab, since it's usually backlogged. Luckily, my troubleshooting options weren't at a dead end, since my manager recently assigned me this metrology training. My typical day, like yours, is busy maintaining precision accuracy and process repeatability, so I didn't think I had time for another training. And it was easier for me to ask the lab to read the results. But I took the training anyway, and I was glad I did because after the training I was able to read the test results myself and resolve the problem faster. Metrology and inspection are important steps for maintaining process control. It ensures that we catch defects early so all subsequent steps won't be wasted. We use metrology to get answers to these questions about our processes. How accurate is the dose? Is the dopant at the right depth and concentration? What are the defect particles composed of? Anyway, in my case, I used the scanning electron microscope, SEM, to inspect the composition of the particles in my sample. The SEM's results allowed me to identify large amounts of titanium and aluminum in the wafer's defects. I learned from the training that titanium is used as a pigment in white paint, and that high levels of these elements in my test results are a sign of chipping paint. I did a quick visual inspection of the tool and noticed that the source of the titanium was coming from the outside of one of the chamber doors. When the door opened and closed, it was rubbing against the fascia and migrating paint into the load lock. It seemed obvious now, but at the time I would have not have guessed that shipping paint on the tool's exterior could be trouble. My ability to determine the root cause of the problem on my own without waiting for the lab was really empowering. With my new metrology skills, my problem resolution time is now faster, hours instead of days, and I am able to come through quickly for the customer, helping us both stay competitive. Was the hour and a half I spent in training inconvenient? Yes, it was. But you know what? That's the wrong question. A better question: did it save me time? Absolutely.